I've recently discovered that I have rats in my garden, and seeing them got me thinking, you know, Ghosts of Tabor is a dark, cold and lonely place where every corner turned, every door opened or player met could very well be your last. However, everyone wants to be a Chad, a millionaire buying the same loadout every single raid, whether they need to or not. But just like the rats in my garden, you need to ensure that you have your wits about you, or you may find yourself walking into a trap. Don't worry, no rats were actually harmed in the making of this video, unfortunately. However, never fear, for Yorick is here, and I'm going to help you get through Rat Camp, a boot camp for bidding rats looking to make the most profit in the Tabor region. And today we're going to go through the very basics of Ghosts of Tabor, so let's scurry along. First and foremost, there is a tutorial. Do it or don't. It's really up to you, but please watch the rest of this video. To access all the rooms in the headquarters, all you need to do is take the keycards that are on the desk in the center of the living area. All of the doors and keycards are color matched, so all you need to do is take the relevant keycard and take it to the matching door. The big terminal in the living quarters is the most important terminal in Ghosts of Tabor. This is where you enter raids, add contacts, join squads, catch up on any news in the game, accept quests and hand in quests for the traders, and upgrade your package if you are on the meta quest. If you're wondering where any of your starting gear is or your upgraded package items, all you need to do is go into the trade room, and when you enter the door there is a terminal straight in front of you, and on there is a list of all the items that are assigned to you. All you need to do is either click on the individual item or hit receive all. When you do, there's a revolving door which will then either give you the item that you selected specifically or give you bulk items randomly from the list presented before you. Hopefully this changes in the future and all of your items are just already populated on the gun walls, but right now this is what we've got. There are 7 traders in Ghosts of Tabor, all with different gear and benefits. However, there are traders that you should really focus on if you want to min-max your trader leveling and get the best gear in the shortest amount of time. In no particular order, those traders are Spectre, Minty and Jury. Please note that the Merchant of Death is totally useless to level currently, so only when you max out all the traders should you even bother looking at Merchant of Death. Pro tip, the reason why Jury is one of the most important traders to level is that he has access to both ammo creation materials, meds, food and drink. This basically means that he covers 2 additional traders that exist in Ghosts of Tabor, one being Shiro and the other being the Tabor Rehabilitation Hospital. Hopefully this changes in the future and Jury gets his own set of particular items, but right now he basically nullifies 2 additional traders as leveling him up gives you all of their stuff. The watch that is on your arm actually gives you a tremendous amount of information in a very small package. You can understand where your stamina's at, where your health's at, where your food and drink is at. The little light on the bottom shows whether or not your microphone is open and transmitting or whether it's closed entirely. And when in raid, you can tap on the watch and it will bring up a compass with directions or pointers to your closest extracts. You can see how your quests are progressing by opening up the main menu and then hitting on active missions. Pro tip, you can turn the full body IK on and off at a whim whenever you want by going to the menu, going to options and selecting the necessary bit. However, having it off gives you the ability to get a better gauge of what's going on below you, but you can shoot your legs off and die, so please bear that in mind. Some doors specifically on the island map can be opened in many ways. You can unlock it like a regular person, you can shoot the lock off like a SWAT team, or totally blow the door off like Big Bird. There are also doors that make a very loud screeching sound when interacted with and take a very long time to open. Beware when interacting with these, as players can hear you open these doors or interact with them and will likely come looking.
Is that this one? You ready?
You see these guys? Do you know what led them to being in this situation? They failed to take advantage of the 25% off referral link in the pinned comments of this video, because if they had, they would have known that I do this a lot. There are a number of different lootable spots all over the map, with some not being so directly obvious. Filing cabinet like these are great places to find high-level junk gear, pistols and attachments. Big boxes are great for backpacks and armor. Gun crates are for guns obviously, but they also sometimes spawn low tier junk and magazines. Desks for attachments, grenades and pistols. Wall boxes for meds, and lockers are great for guns, ammo and attachments. You can identify lockers by the slightly different coloration of the doors in comparison to the ones next to it. Pro tip, if you want to loot drawers quickly and as efficiently as possible, loot from the bottom up. This saves time as you don't have to close the last drawer you looted before you open the next one. Item storage is pretty straightforward. You can put guns onto the gun walls and also onto various desks and tables as long as they have enough space and the blue box around them. You can store magazines also on the gun wall and the same drawers and desks. Food items go onto desks, bags go onto the bag hooks in the armory, and armor either goes onto the tactical waifu or into the locker cabinets. Bear in mind when putting stuff down onto desks and onto drawers, you'll notice sometimes when you put your hand over the weapon, item or whatever you're holding will turn red. Do not put the weapon or item down in this state, because if you do, you will lose it if you go to the marketplace or to a raid or anywhere else, because it's not going to be saved persistently. It will be saved if you remain in your headquarters and go into different rooms, but if you go to another instance, you will lose it. Make sure when putting items down that they are the correct coloration and not red, so that you can ensure that it's going to be kept the next time you come to that room. As always, I'm really keen to hear your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be back next week with a camp on weapon mastery and weapon mechanics, where I'll go over the weird nuances with particular weapons and ways to get you better at aiming in Ghosts of Tabor. So make sure you are subscribed with the notification bell turned on for that. I will also be looking at streaming Ghosts of Tabor this week on Thursdays, and until next time, ciao.